Well, howdy, y'all. You ever talking to your bestie and they just disappear? It turns out I had muted him all the time. Poor fellow was over there giving me the performance review of a lifetime while I sat here looking at the screen like, bestie, bestie. I finally scrolled down, realized he'd been talking the whole dang time, unmuted him, and just started laughing. So if today shows, it goes a little sideways, we're just going to blame user error, and I think we'll just move on from there.
This ain't just a channel, this is BBTV.
All right, so looky here. We've been gone a while, and yes, I know. So we're just going to get into it because this is a totally different little thing. We have sweet tea with Boss B, and I have a crap load of stuff going on my channel, right? Excuse me. Let me tell you something. A crap load, okay? People, I got volcanoes. I got solar. I got earthquakes. I got bees. Of course, I've got bees, right? So let's just get on into it because this is going to be a short show. I just wanted y'all to know that, hey, I am here and we're doing this again. We're going to try something a little new this time. So, first, I'm going to share my screen with you because this is the fun part here for me. I love my stuff. Look at this. Kilauea, my friend. I'm going to come over here so we can see a little bit better. Look, ain't she pretty? Blowing all that smoke. All right, let's mosey on over to Hawaii and check on Miss Pele. Now, if you're new around here, y'all might hear me call Kilauea Miss Pele from time to time. I've got a Hawaiian friend down at the food pantry, and that's how she talks about the volcano. She lived over there. She grew up there. She was born there. And she tells me all kinds of stories about Pele, her moods, and how the rain can change everything. I don't know all the Hawaiian traditions, but I liked hearing her talk about it. And after a while, it just kind of rubbed off on me. So around here, she's just Miss Pele. Now, let's see what she's up to today. Well, now, would you look at that? She just smoking it up, isn't she? Right. Yesterday, you know what she was doing? She was doing this. She was smoking it up. You know, Today, she's still smoking. What am I supposed to say? See all that right there? Yeah, that right there. That's smoke too. hmm That's usually where, well, usually there's a little glow there. There's some lava sometimes. There's definitely more smoke. Whatever, because she only goes off about, I don't know, once every 12 to 16 days. I believe this is the limit there. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, you already know volcanoes don't care what our schedule is. They'll do what they're going to do when they're good and ready. And all we can do is sit back with our coffee or sweet tea and enjoy the show, right? Let's check out old camera two here if I can do this right. Yes, I do believe I can. Look at there. Look at that. Hopping right over to camera two. I did it. I did it. It switched. And this is exactly why I like running more than one camera. Yeah, more smoke. That's what it is. It's more smoke. Different angle, just more smoke. This one actually has two vents when it's going off. Kind of, funny. But let's see here. Different view. Yeah, that's what that is. And a lot of smoke. Same volcano. Fun, fun. Looks like today we've got, well, smoke. Now, if Miss Pele decides she wants to show off, I've got other cameras sitting in the back waiting on her to show off. Now, I don't run it all the time because let's be honest, if all we're looking at is one big white cloud all the time, that's no fun, right? I'd rather save the horsepower for when she decides to go off and she's feeling photogenic. Now, she does have her diva moments, though. Let's not forget that. So, before we move on, here's today's real Kilauea update. Right now, we're watching for changes in glow. smoke, lava, activity, visibility, and anything that tells us Miss Pele might be getting ready to put on a show. If she starts erupting, this becomes less of a casual check in, right? And more of a live update because that's what we do here on BBTV. Now, we watch it, we explain it, and we keep y'all updated as it happens. And here's your B fact for the day: volcanoes, just because they look quiet, honey, sometimes quiet just means they're deciding when they're ready to speak up again. All right, now let's go see what the sun's been up to. Let me see if I can't find that one. Oh, wait. You know what? Yeah, we're going to check the sun. We're going to do that real quick. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. It looks like Boss B needs to get her butt in gear. Did you see that? That's terrible. Anyway, let's just go on with it. I do believe we shared that one. No, we didn't. Not yet. Here we go. I'm new to this one. Look at that. All those bars. I guarantee you, those don't always look like that. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Yeah. So now let's go. Let's just see what the sun's doing. We'll keep an eye on her throughout the day. And if anything changes, y'all know where to find me, right? On Kilauea. Now, the sun has been up to quite a bit, I do believe. A lot of activity. Um, Leaving Hawaii, definitely a lot of sun out there, I think. Now, 93 million miles up the road, let's see what the sun's been up to. Goodness. I don't know about y'all, but I still think it's wild that we can sit here in Texas. Okay, that's where I'm at. And watch what's happening on the sun in real time. That's pretty amazing if you stop and think about it, don't you think? Seriously. Now let's see what we've got today. Now look at that, more bars. That is just terrible, and I just feel awful about that. So y'all just have to forgive me. I do believe, I'm sorry, I'm trying to check something here because there's just nobody. I'm trying to make sure that we are public. Yes, we are online and live. Alrighty. Now look at that. Look, more bars. It just switched back. I do have two scenes here, and sometimes they will fix themselves, as you can see. They should be. So yesterday we were seeing, here in Texas, heat, just heat. It was hot. A lot of sun. Yeah. Today we've got heat. A lot of sun there too. The active region, right there. That's me. It's heat. It's hot. And my air conditioner's out, y'all. It's ridiculous, believe me. So, not much to point out here other than the fact that it's hot in Texas. And if you're new to all this, don't let the fancy words scare you. I like to keep things simple. Like, it's hot here in Texas. If the sun decides to throw a tantrum, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. If it behaves itself, then we can just enjoy the view and be thankful for a quiet day. Not usually what happens, with all those X-class flares and stuff like that. But before we move on, I do have a big fact for solar. That is activity. It matters because strong flares and coronal mass ejections can affect radio signals, satellites, GPS power, grids. Oh, please don't turn my power out. I've got 6 lives going, y'all. 8 right now, as a matter of fact. So when we watch the sun, we're not just looking at a pretty space marble, right? We're checking on the thing that can throw a cosmic hissy fit and mess with just everybody's electronics their whole life. Now let's go see what the Earth's been up to, because they keep saying that the solar thing has something to do with the earthquake thing. I really think there's something to that. What do you think? Tell me in the comments, would you please? Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, now, the sun and earthquakes, they really seem to have become pretty good neighbors around here. So we're going to go ahead and go check that one out because I got an earthquake monitor too. And that would be this one we're going to share now. All righty, there it is. There it is. And as you can see, We got some earthquake happening going over there in California. Y'all, brace yourselves. Y'all know, brace yourselves. Y'all gonna fall off the face of the earth pretty soon. Brace yourselves. That stuff's crazy over there. I would not live there. I mean, y'all, I'm not trying to hate. Don't get me wrong. But let me tell you something. I've been through tornadoes. I've somewhat lived through a hurricane. I ran. Yes, I ran back to Texas from Louisiana. I ran like a scared. Yeah, I ran. Well, let me tell you something. That was the scariest thing I'd ever been through. And tornadoes are pretty bad too. Um, I don't want to live through an earthquake. And something tells me if there is a big one in my lifetime, I'm gonna feel it all the way over here if it's gonna be that big. And I don't want that either. Okay? So let's move right along. hmm So the earth, it's crazy. But I think that pardon me, not tornadoes. See, I'm all lost in Tornadoville because we're supposed to have weather. This is Texas. Tornado Alley, always fun. But see, here's the thing, okay? Solar, earthquakes, and definitely, you know, uh, volcanoes, I think they're all kind of connected. I think solar has a lot to do. If the moon can deal with our tides, can make our tides, like they're supposed to be, what does the sun do to us? You really ought to think about that. Alrighty, let's hop on over here to Italy because I've got another pardon me, volcano. Yeah, I can't talk tonight. It's been a while since I've been online face to face with y'all. Give me a break. You love me anyway. All right, so to Italy because we're going to see Miss Etna's got herself in today because, here lately we've been talking about her. Yesterday they were talking about her. She was fizzing. She was not having fun. She was not having fun at all. Now, she was showing off, okay? Today, not so much. You can see she'll shift here in a minute as long as that camera's going good. By the way, these are my cameras, just saying. Y'all go check them out. I do have some other channels you could go check out too. Like, share, and subscribe for me. All right, so let's see if she's still in the mood. Looks pretty dark. I guess she's bored. Maybe it just wasn't enough for her. Because, yeah, she's quiet now. Everything's quiet now. What am I going to do? What am I going to report? Would you look at that? She's still quiet. All right. She's over there acting all innocent. What am I supposed to do? Mm-hmm. I know you're kind, lady. Yes, I'm talking to the volcano. Look, yesterday you were throwing lava halfway across the mountain. Not even a spit for me today. Today you're sitting there like, who, me? What you doing? Lady, you're boring. Now, don't let her fool you, though, okay? Volcanoes are a whole lot of like toddlers. The second you look away, they start throwing stuff. Lots of stuff. Now, we got nothing. Darkness. Pure darkness. Look, no fun. Maybe a little steam. Probably some clouds. Can't see them, can ya? Nope, because it's dark. I don't know. Maybe she's just making dramatic entrances again. She could do it while we're online. That'd be cool. If volcanoes had a Facebook, Etna would definitely be posting. Don't text me. I, I believe it. I do. All right. Let's hop over to another camera, I suppose. I don't know. This one's fun for me, at least. This is why I like more than one camera. Okay. One sideways, or one side says, everything's fine. The other side says, maybe don't park here. Yeah. So Yeah, those cameras just, back and forth. She's just tired. Honestly, that's why I keep coming back. Okay? Because sometimes I'm just as tired as she is. All right, we're going to move on, but here's your B fact. Now, um, hold on just a second because that's the wrong B fact. Yep, I'm getting there. Nope, that's not the right one, nor is that. I think we're in three. Here we go. B fact for Mount Edna. Honeybees communicate by dancing. Yep, really? That's not the B fact. Okay, you know what? We're just going to pass that one up because we're going to the B fact, the real B fact. The B house, maybe, or not. Wow, somebody just turned the TV on in there and it's loud. Goodness. Pardon me. I don't live alone, obviously. Okay, getting there. My bad. Got distracted. Okay, where's my bees? I'm looking for my bees. Sooner or later, I'll get to these bees. Or not. Come on. Pardon me. Lots of distractions that just kind of got me out of there. Okay, Boss Bee has beehive. Did y'all know I have a beehive? I have a beehive. Not really. It kind of looks like it though. Here we go. All right, I do believe I am sharing the correct one now. Okay, here's the bee fact now. Honeybees communicate by dancing. Yep, they literally wiggle to tell the rest of the hive where to find food. Imagine if that's how we gave directions. Mm-hmm. Turn left at the mailbox, wiggle twice. If you hit a cow, you gone too far. Yeah, that's what it would be like here. Alrighty. Okay. This stuff is so messed up. So, past the earthquakes, look at here. We are way past that, aren't we? Yep. My notes are really messed up right now, and I have no idea why. So, BFACs. Um, yeah, this is terrible. Hmm. Honey department. That's the one I needed. I'm gonna fix this right now. See, I'm terrible at this today. Let's start over. Okay. Now then, honey department. All right, let's slow things down just a little and check in with the hardest workers here at BBTV, the honey department. Right now, I don't know about y'all, but I can sit and watch a beehive for way longer than I probably should. It looks like complete chaos at first, but after a while, you start realizing everybody's got a job. Yeah, you can see them sitting there talking and everything, and somehow, they know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Not me. And here I am calling myself Boss B. Now let's see what we've got today. Okay. Well, now look at them. Aren't they sweet? I don't see them talking like they're usually supposed to be talking. I don't know why they're not talking. Maybe they're sleeping. It is pretty late, huh? Alrighty. Now, it looks like we got a lot of sleeping bees. All that traffic right there? No, that's not too much traffic, is it? Because they're sleeping. Yeah, looks like these little ladies have been busy today. They needed some rest. One thing I love about this room is there's never really a script. Some days they're flying in and out like rush hour traffic, and other days everything just seems calm and peaceful. Either way, they're always up to something, right? It's pretty crazy. It's fun to look at them. I mean, you look over there and one's just kind of slowly moving around. You look at the other one. I like listening to it too, and I'll have the sound up so that I can talk. But, it looks like we got one over there trying to get some sleep, and Lucy and Ethel over there. Lucy's got some brain haired scheme or something. Another one guarding the front door over there, snoozing in the process. I don't know. Somewhere in there, Fred's probably wandering around looking important. Maybe. Probably not. You know, the more I watch bees, the more I realize they kind of remind me of people. Everybody's got a different job. Everybody's working together, and somehow this whole little city keeps right on running without anybody yelling directions. Or they might be, I don't know. That's pretty amazing when you stop and think about it, though, right? Today's honey department update. So, the hive, it looks healthy, busy, calm, lots of traffic, maybe. Yeah. The entrance, I don't know. It doesn't look that busy. It really doesn't. I think it's just ready to go to bed, just like me. It's just been one of those days again, I guess. You know, we worked today, worked hard. I do have one more section and then a few things to talk about. And then I'll get out of your hair and my hair too. Because we have bee scopes. You know, Belinda from E Block used to do that and she had fun. I think I'm going to have fun with it too. So let's give it a little try. I think I found a good tone for these. And, you know, it's not astrology, it's just bee wisdom. Stupid wisdom. All right, before we buzz on out of here, it's time for today's bee scopes. Now, I don't know if the stars know what they're talking about, but we're going to have a little fun anyway. Aries, quit trying to do everything yourself. Even bees work together, okay? Now, Taurus, if somebody offers you cake today, don't ask questions, just eat the cake. Gemini, your brain's going to have 12 tabs open today. Try closing at least one of them before bedtime, please. Cancer, check on somebody today. Somebody, I don't know, sometimes a 5-minute conversation can change somebody's whole day. I know you got that. Leo, you don't have to be the loudest one in the room to be the strongest one in it. Okay? Dad? Okay. Love you, Daddy. Virgo, son, stop waiting for perfect. Done beats perfect almost every time. You know it's true. Alrighty, Libra. If you can't make the decision, flip a coin. Yeah, that's me. Halfway through the flip, you'll already know which side you're hoping for. You know that's true. I'm a Libra. I know that's true. It's true. You know it's true. Okay? Scorpio, today's a good day to let something go that's been wearing you out. Bet you don't. Sagittarius. Oh, calm down first. Okay? Calm down. Take it down a notch. All right, go take this scenic route every once in a while, please. Please? Thank you. Sometimes the best part of the trip wasn't on the GPS anyway. Okay? Anyway, Capricorn, somebody's watching how hard you work, even if they haven't said thank you yet. Don't stop being who you are. Okay? Now, Aquarius. I think I know one of them. Maybe put the game controller down for 5 minutes and go pick your wife a handful of wildflowers. Well, now. Pisces. Other son. Don't forget to laugh. The world gives us enough reasons not to, son. So when you get the chance, honey, take it. All right, that's it for those. I hope those are helpful. Probably not. I'll probably be in trouble. That's okay. He loves me anyway. At least that's what he tells me. All right, here we go. So, before we go, I just want to show you something. Okay, give me 1 second here. I'm going to hop back up here. Okay. And I'm going to disappear briefly while I stand up. You turn the light on. A brighter light. Yes. Sorry. Now, one more thing. I'm excited. Okay, going to take this off. Yes, this is what I wanted to show you. Let me fix this too. Uh, Come on. Oh, back up here. Remove that. I have to fix the style. There we go. All right. This is what you think it looks like, probably. Before I go, I just want to show you this. Background's gone. Welcome to BBTV Productions. I don't know if you can see it very well. Let me see if I can't get the camera to move up. It will not move up any further. But right behind me will be my emblem. So this isn't finished, and that's exactly the point. Over the next few weeks, y'all are going to watch this room come to life. I'm painting the Boss Bee emblem on the wall. I'm building honeycomb shells, putting up lights, and filling this place with things that actually mean something to me. I could have waited until it was perfect, but nah, that would be no fun, right? Around here, we don't apologize for things we can't control. We celebrate the ones we can. So today, I can celebrate this. Yesterday, this room was full of boxes. Today, it's a studio, or becoming one. Tomorrow, it'll be a little better. And one day, when BBTV has grown into everything I know it can be, we'll all, well, we're going to look back at this moment and smile because I'll remember where it started. This isn't just a room, it's the beginning of BBTV Productions in real form. Thanks, y'all, for believing in me. Now, let's go build some more amazing together because this is going to be so much fun. So much fun. I am ready to get into this and no holds barred. We are going full force. We are going to move into a place where we need to be to, I don't know, entertain you. I hope you guys like it. I hope you enjoy it. So that's going to do it for today. Staff meeting is over here at BBTV headquarters. The departments are open, of course. The world's still spinning. And if anything exciting happens, you know where to find me. I sure do appreciate you spending a little piece of your day with me. And y'all know I've spent a long time trying to figure out what BBTV was supposed to be. Turns out it was never about finding the right algorithm. It was about finding myself. So I'm done chasing what everybody else is doing. My weapon of choice this time is me. And I got to tell you, I think that's the strongest thing I've ever brought to this channel. So if you enjoyed hanging out with me this evening, don't forget, we've got the live volcanoes, earthquakes, solar activity, the beehive, and whatever else this crazy little planet decides to throw at us running throughout the day. Stop in, say hey, and check on the world with me, okay? Until next time, keep your coffee hot, keep your sense of humor, and if you've got a little RADHD like me, don't worry, y'all. We don't get lost. We just take the scenic route. I'm B, and I will buzz you later.
Boss be rising, BBTV